A man decided to build a budget that works for his expenses. He categorized all the expenses he had and decided that he needs to build a budget that actually works for him. Now, the expenses will be obviously specific for each of us. So, what are your expenses? What is the amount of the money you want to spend? A man who decided to build a budget that actually works for his expenses created his own budget after seeing what his expenses are. A budget simply helped him to take the steps to reduce the spendings where there were no necessary spendings, and literally, like this, he could work around his expenses and improve his budget. What helped him a lot was the rule 50, 30, and 20%, which that was the rule he based his budget on. Like this, he never ran out of money because you always only spend less than you make. Based on this rule, 50% of what that man made was actually spent on the living expenses, on any needs, payments on debt. 30% he allocated to his wants, spending on travels, luxury holiday, less luxury holiday, lunches out, and spending the time with his family and friends. And then 20% he always put on the side. So, like this, he always made sure that he had some savings at his hand just in case. Sorting his own expenses into needs and wants helped him to organize his budget and prioritize spending specifically where he wanted to. So, like this, he could adjust the costs, and like this, he could actually put the money, allocate the money where the money would make money, and then he would spend that money on his own expenses. And like this, he actually got to enjoy few trips, few travelings around, and the time with his family and friends. So building a budget that works around your needs and your wants is really crucial, because this is what's going to help you to work around and always have the money to not only to cover your living expenses, obviously this fees you always have, the needs, the housing, transportation, healthcare, internet, food, childcare, perhaps even setting up some student money for your kids and all that. But apart from those needs you have in your life, you can enjoy also your wants. If you are really wise and learn how budgeting works, you also can create and build a budget that works for your expenses and be motivated by a wise man who's decided to build a budget that works for his expenses.